let's get to it. Today we've got a box of stuff I picked up from my local hobby store. They have a couple shelves of old, very old, and secondhand stuff, and I went through it and picked out a bunch of stuff that I thought was kind of cool and offbeat, and got it all boxed up. I kind of forgot what I all picked up except one thing, the main thing I wanted. So it's going to be a little bit of a surprise to me. Let's go through it and see what we've got. Okay, let's take out item number one. Tape all over me. And you can't resist popping the bubble wrap. Unresistible. Okay, number one. Athearn blue box. This is a Schlitz beer reefer. The beer that made Milwaukee famous. Looks like it hasn't been assembled. Okay, so we've got the box. We've got the frame. Got a sprue of hatches, and I can't tell. Oh, that must be the clasp for the hatch. It's got the weight, a bag of, I'm assuming, detail parts. So what do we have? Dump it out in here. Yeah. Trucks. Hook and horn couplers. Screws. And a brake wheel. There's a lot of model cars that have advertising on them. I think these were real. I think there actually were reefers that had a lot of advertising on the side. So that is item number one. This is, who made this? Walthers. Walthers tongue-in-cheek. I remember seeing these in magazines when I was a little kid. And it's a, it's kind of like a flat car with a ball out on a track, and the goal is to see how smooth you can be at running the train, stopping and starting, and not move that ball to the ends of the track. So this one again has some assembly required. Here's the body. And this has got the frame, the chassis weight, and the printed sides. The guest of honor. Ooh. Oh, there's a light bulb in it, so it must light up if you get too happy with the throttle. Some wheels and some white metal parts. I don't know if these are detail parts or I don't know what these are. I don't see any trucks, so it looks like you have to put those. Oh, they're in here. Never mind. And we've got, if I can get it out, the instructions. Quite detailed. Oh, there's a dial. There's all kinds of stuff in this. And template for drilling some holes. So this is pretty involved, but I thought this was really cool just for the nostalgia aspect of it. package. This is a roundhouse kit. Doesn't say what it is on the outside. It does say it was at one time $4.95. I think I paid a little more than that. Okay, it's a passenger car. 50-foot business car. Again, some assembly required. This is the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company from Milwaukee, Wisconsin Circus Parade car. So it looks like I've found the theme. Here's the top. It looks like it's a Milwaukee beer themed box. Sprue of some detail parts. Ooh, trucks. Thread. That makes me a little nervous. Packing paper. Doesn't smell that weird. Frame. Move this back a little bit. End railings. Looks like some detailed parts and the couplers. 2 weights. Some brake parts that came loose. And some acetate for the windows. The acetate, I don't know if you can see that, is a little, I don't know if that's just dirt or if it's permanently discolored, but it's privacy glass now. And on the top we've got some some green tinted glass. So this is pretty cool. It looks like we're missing one of these railings. That's not good. Hopefully I'll be able to draw something up and 3D print one of these. So we can have one for each end. I don't know what this thread is for, but that makes me a little nervous. It's going to be like rigging a ship. Okay, next one. Crafty train kits. Old Frothington Slosh 50-foot reefer. So this is another reefer. I think this is from Pennsylvania Furnace, Pennsylvania. 16865. And this had a price on it at one time, but it's faded away. Oh, good Lord. This is a kit. Okay. So we've got the instructions, some drawings. What is this? Regis Cordix Old Frothing Slosh. Old Frothing Slosh, Pale Stale Ale. The magical beer with the foam on the bottom. The peak of the brewer's art. So it looks like they've got a whole page of lore to go along with this reefer car. Let's look what's in here. Some ladders, some white metal castings. Looks like the sides lettered up in Old Frothing Slosh. A lot of wood parts, a roof. I'm assuming this is the floor, walkway, some girders for the frame, and some pieces of wood. So this is I think this is a half step away from just being a scratch build. So this will be interesting to put together. But it does tie in with the unspoken theme of beer that we've got going on today. Another Athearn blue box. Golf tank car. Okay, here's the car. And it looks like it's missing a coupler on one side. What is this? Paper stuffed in here. Ooh. That smells vintage. This is old. When is this from? This is the Coin World paper from Friday, December 6th, 1963. So yeah, this is vintage. I'm guessing this hasn't been out of this box really since that time. Trends of today's Canadian coin values. Brooks and Joy's first coin-a-rama. Yeah, that's very 60s with the coin-a-rama. Okay, enough looking at that. Here's the other coupler. And oh, maybe this was used, because there are assembly instructions, so apparently this was assembled. So we'll be able to put that coupler on or replace it with Katie. So I like, tank cars are cool. I like golf stuff. As you can see from the shirt, I'm also a car guy. Golf is famous, especially back in the 60s, for their race car sponsorship and liveries. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fold this back up. So I thought having a golf branded tank car would be cool. Wrap this one. We've got another Athearn blue box. It is an FP45 in Milwaukee Road livery. So it is a beer day today. This is a beer box. So we got Milwaukee Road, the container it came in. Some detail parts. Let's take the, I don't know if this is instructions, or just data. Yeah, so this is the instructions. This has been, it's a little weathered on one side. That's kind of interesting. So we've got, oh good lord. Handrails, couplers, lenses, air horns. So I'm going to put those back in here before I get, I guess it doesn't really matter if they get mixed together if we're going to put it, assemble it. Oh. And what's in this one? Oh, looks like it's just, I don't know what these are. Assume they're for the couplers. So we've got the parts. We'll have to see if this puppy runs. Don't know if it's ever been used, but we shall find out. Getting down to the end. So this is a Bachman HO depressed center flat car with a missile on it. So I thought this was cool just because it had the missile on it. I don't know, I doubt this was anything that was actually ever used in real life, but I thought it was neat. I think it would be cool to get one of those military trains with the tanks and all the vehicles and troop cars and things and put that all together. So maybe this can go with that. on a future project and put that all together. So there's not much to this one. It's all put together. It'd be interesting to see if this is based on anything. It's probably just the designer at Bachman drew up a missile and that's what they tooled, and it's not based on anything. But maybe it is. It'd be cool. Cool to find that out. And the last one is a Tyco 10-wheeler. In Hutchinson, Topeka, and Santa Fe livery. I can't even figure out how to open this. So this is the one thing that I remembered in the box that I got. And I like this because I was doing some research on my hometown and looking at some old pictures, and they had a 460 like this, and it's odd that it's got this goofy gap to the last set of drive wheels. And what I was able to figure out or find was they essentially started with a 440, wanted more power, so they built a bigger firebox to burn more fuel to make more steam, and it just essentially got so long they added another set of wheels at the end, just kind of tacked on to make it work. So I think it's cool. I don't like this paint scheme. What I plan to do with this is repaint it, detail it, get rid of the fake wood and make it into a coal burning one to kind of replicate the one I saw. And then one of two things with it. Either drive it across a bridge and blow it up, or build a, I don't know, like a small diorama shelf layout for the stuff I saw when researching and put it in that. So one of those two things will happen with this guy. And that takes us to the end of the box. Now we're going to go put some of these kits together, set up some track, and see what runs, what works, what doesn't, what needs some extra work. I don't think the complete wooden kit is going to get put together in this video, but the rest of the stuff will. So let's go do that and then get on to running the trains.
I finished the old frothing sloshed reefer car, but not before I finished shooting all of the action shots. So here's a shot of it finished, and we'll go to one last shot with all of the Milwaukee beer cars.